What's happening, everyone? I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays, and it's time for another NBA player prop drop. I know you're like, is there still NBA going on? Like anything other than college basketball is happening today? Yes, there is. We got some NBA, and I've got Scott Reichel here to give you some player props. How's it going, Scott? You went 2-2 yesterday. How you feeling today?
Yeah, doing okay. Unfortunately, went two and two, but I guess there are worse things that could happen. So hopefully, we'll sweep the board today.
Let's do it. I'm down. I'm totally down. All right, so let's get this party started with Chris Paul himself.
So I'm going to go with Chris Paul under 13.5 points, minus 120. Looking into season numbers, his scoring's been way down with or without Durant in the lineup. And he scored less than 12 points in 5 of his last 7 games. And against Orlando recently has not done that well offensively, as he has scored less than 12 points in 2 of his last 3 games against the Magic. Simply put, based on Chris Paul at this stage in his career, he's more of a facilitator. We know Booker's going to take all the shots, and Aiden's going to take the second most shots. The point is, I think that Chris Paul is just a bit more passive nowadays, and 13.5 is a bit high based on his recent form. I'm going to take the under.
Under we go. Okay, how about Torrey Craig? Lay it on me.
So I'm going to go with Torrey Craig under 6.5 points at minus 115. Very obscure, but there's a good reason why I'm taking it. He scored less than 7 points in each of his last 6 games, and the minutes have been a little bit up and down. He's played less than 23 minutes in 5 of his last 7 games. But once again, he's gone under in 6 straight. So I feel like there's automatically going to be value on this number. Craig isn't a big offensive weapon for this team. He's mostly going to be a 3-and-D guy, mostly a defensive specialist. I'll go with the under 6.5 because I don't think he's going to take many shots.
All right, let's rock with an over on this one. 2 unders, let's move into an over. What do you got on Giannis?
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Giannis over 33.5 points at minus 120. Since returning from his brief absence, he has scored at least 36 points in each of the last 2 games. He scored at least 41 points in each of his last 2 games against the Pacers. The Pacers can't guard him, and with Miles Turner kind of being out for the last couple of games, we've seen how bad their paint defense has been because Indiana is allowing 66.7 points in the paint per game over the past 3 games. That sounds like a lot. It is a lot. It's the second most in the league during that span. And we know Giannis is going to pretty much get a free run to the lane the entire time. Give me the over 33.5.
All right, last one for the round, Jalen Williams.
So it's a bit juicy, but I'm going to take it anyway. Is Jalen Williams over 4.5 rebounds at minus 155. He's had at least 5 rebounds in 4 of the last 5 games. He's played at least 33 minutes in each of the last 7 games, so he has had a pretty big role on this team. And OKC really doesn't use a center. They've gone a lot smaller, and I do think as a result, you have seen Williams kind of embrace a bigger rebounding role for this team. But OKC doesn't use a true 7-footer. They have a lot of guys that can guard a bunch of different positions. That's kind of their thing. And I do think that should result in a decent amount of rebounding chances for Williams. Give me the over 4.5.
All right. I'm giving it to you. All right. If people want more picks out of you, they're going to head over to Twitter and find at Reichel Radio. Tell them what they're going to find when they get there.
It's all free picks. So if you want to find my YouTube picks, I retweet those from the Winners and Winers page. Also doing a bunch of podcasts, the NBA podcast, the tennis podcast. I should have 2 episodes tonight, one for the women's semis and one for the men's semis in Indian Wells. So if you want some tennis content, I got that covered for you. And besides that, yeah, I did a mock draft on the NFL podcast about a day or 2 ago. So
nice. Very nice. All right. So head over to at Reichel Radio. Find all those free picks. If you want more of me, you can find me at Plus Money Honey. We'll see you tomorrow for another NBA player prop drop. Goodbye or good luck, everyone.